Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my backyard. If you've been watching my channel for a couple of months now, you've seen me doing the exterior renovation where we lime washed the brick and painted the siding. We made over the garage door and the front porch, but I have done nothing to the back of the house. So it's time to address that in today's video. We're going to be doing painting and repairing some trim and lots of caulking. So let's get started. So we're just going to be focusing on the back of the house, the back porch, the deck, the pool. They're going to have their own videos, own projects, but we're just working on this whole area. You can see here some of the damage to the trim. Just the bottom pieces have rotted and broken away. So before we can even think about painting, we have to either replace or repair those pieces so we can get them looking like they're supposed to before we paint. So I'm replacing the wood with PVC trim, which is more expensive than wood, but you don't have to ever worry about it rotting. So I was trying to repair as much as I could before I replaced, since it's more expensive, and it doesn't end up quite working out like I want it to, but I'm just showing you here how I would do it. I'm securing the wood to the trim to the actual house, and then I'm taking my square and drawing a straight line, and then I'm going to be cutting it out with an oscillating tool, and then you would cut a piece to length that you need and screw it in underneath that piece, and hopefully it all seamlessly blends together. That really wasn't working out for me, as you'll see in the next clip. It wasn't lining up correctly, so I ended up deciding to just replace a lot of boards completely, but in a few places I did repair it. But I wanted to show you how you could repair if this is the route that you wanted to go. You can see here how I'm kind of struggling to get it to line up perfectly. I mean, I probably could have made it work, but I just didn't think that it was going to blend in very well. And so I just decided that I could probably go ahead and replace that entire board because it wasn't very long. But one board that I did end up repairing was this board on the edge of the house, because it was over 20 feet tall. So that was not one that I was wanting to buy and replace. I repaired the bottom of that piece. So here I am just going ahead and ripping out these trim boards, and I'm going to take some measurements so I can get the PVC boards that I need for the next day so we can get started on replacing that trim. But also, here's another reason why I decided to replace some of the trim. Like, upon further inspection, I noticed that the wood was doing this. Wood is not supposed to do that. It is completely rotten and it's just going to get worse. So that definitely needed to be replaced.
So yesterday was a fantastic waste of time. I was trying to piece together the trim pieces because I didn't want to have to buy too much PVC trim, but then I kept finding more rot and more pieces that were just not, I didn't feel good about painting them. So I grabbed some PVC trim, and today is not going to be a waste of time. We're going to replace some trim. So we'll be replacing around that window and this. And also this. Now I'm hoping I'm not gonna have to replace all of this because this whole board is good. It's just a little piece at the bottom. Same thing for up there. So I'm gonna try a product that I've never tried before. This quick wood. It's like an epoxy. So we're gonna give it a shot.
The epoxy comes in sticks like this, and it has two different parts, and they have to be mixed together like this to activate it to where it will harden. But I learned pretty quickly that you do not have very long before it starts to harden. So I had to make sure that as soon as I mixed it, I put it exactly where I needed it to be and left it alone so it could go ahead and start curing so I could sand it down even.
Okay, we're gonna let that epoxy cure for about an hour, but in the meantime, we're gonna move on to some trim over here. So I'm using the old board as a template, and you can see that this is cut at an angle. Instead of trying to guess that, I just put it up against my table saw and move the blade to that angle that it's already at, and then we can just use that to cut an angle off of our new board.
The epoxy has completely hardened, and I'm going in with my oscillating tool and just taking kind of the top layer off just so I don't have to sand so much, just an easier way to do it. And so then I'm going to go in and sand and kind of smooth it out as much as I can, and then I'm going to need to go in with a little bit more epoxy just to fill it in completely, and it'll be completely sound, and hopefully there will be no more holes or rot anywhere. And now we're back to replacing more trim. I'm removing this rotten piece right here. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to replace as much as I did, but I'm really glad that I did it because I don't think I would have been happy with it kind of pieced together, especially right here by the back door that you see all the time. And so I'm glad that I did it. I think it really adds to the house, and I think once everything is painted, you're not going to be able to tell what's old trim, what's new trim. It's just going to all look nice and refreshed. The boards around this window actually weren't rotten, they weren't that bad, but there had obviously been a plant there at some point that had grown like under the trim, also under some of the siding, and it caused the boards to be kind of warped and not flush anymore, and that was kind of driving me crazy. So I just decided to go ahead and replace all of the trim around this window, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. To repair this part of the window trim, I am using a product called Bondo. I've used it before in my kitchen cabinet makeover. I'll link that down below, but it's the same thing as I used earlier. It's a two-part product that you mix together. And now I am breaking out the ladder. I gave myself some time because I'm scared of heights from all of the other painting. I took a little break and now it's back. But I'm just going to bring out the ladder and I'm going to kind of secure the trim up higher and hopefully get it as flush as I can, because it wasn't rotten. It was still in pretty good shape, but I'm just going to make sure that it's secure to the house.
Okay, we've got the trim up over there on all the windows. We've got them screwed in really well, and now we just have to do a bunch of caulk before we can paint.
I've said it before and I am saying it again here. Do not skip this step. Caulk is so important if you're wanting your projects to look more professional. And seriously, it is not hard to do. My son has taken an interest in my projects, or maybe he just wants to be in my videos. I'm not really sure, but I'm teaching him here how to caulk, and if he can learn how to do it, you can totally do it. It just makes your project look so much more finished. It's important. Just do it. Just trust me.
So the trim is all caulked and ready to paint, but I still have to address the siding just a little bit. I'm gonna caulk some of these seams that are pretty noticeable. Like, see how I've caulked there just a little bit, these lower ones, but I'm gonna go up. You can see the bigger ones there that are really noticeable and they have gaps, so I'm gonna caulk those.
This is going to be the last thing that we do for today's video. Make sure that you're subscribed because next week we are actually going to start painting the back of this house. But I wanted to include this video to show how much prep actually goes into paint, because I don't want you to think, oh, I'm just going to slap some paint on my house and get the same results. Unfortunately, it requires a lot of work beforehand to make it look nice once you start painting. But thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any more projects coming up. Bye!